totally sober conclusion. I'm not hungover, so I didn't drink too much. Totally no Twitch rules broken. I swear I'm sober. We're gonna find out the thrilling conclusion to the waifu saga. Let's get this shit right here. Bada boom. Just gotta pimp out my stream. Okay. Teach me how to last as long as Mr. Sins. A lot of Viagra. There you go. Okay, I'm offline on Steam. Don't want any nerds messaging me. Dan Salvato, the legend. Oh yeah, I gotta unmute the game. I muted the game because I muted the game because I didn't want to hear it in my ears while I was throwing up. Alright. Good. Not dropping any frames. We got Johnny. Load up. Alrighty. Everything sound good? Look good? Wait, why is it just showing the main menu? What the heck? Is that what it looks like on stream? You just see the main menu? That's not good. What the fuck? Okay, this game's broken. Okay, there's that. Let me go full screen. Okay. I don't think this is part of like the spookiness, but when I tabbed back into the game, it was like the bottom half of the game was flipped, and it was the bottom half twice, but upside down on the top. Okay. The OBS preview looks good. Our narrating voice ready. Ah! It's a little dangerous since the chair swivels and rolls. But I've already learned my lesson, so I keep my mouth shut. I have no idea what's going on in the game right now. Mitsuki climbs onto the chair, then slowly balances onto her feet. Since she refuses my help, I take a seat with my back against the side of the doorway and simply watch. Johnny! Johnny knows what he likes. Let's. That is too fucking perfect. Let's go, Johnny. Hold tight, Johnny. Aha, there we go. See, I can easily do it now. Natsuki grabs a stack of manga and bends down to put it on the shelf below. Whoa, ah! The chair swivels. Natsuki catches herself on the shelf. What are you doing? Can you at least hold the chair steady instead of sitting and doing nothing? Who was it that told me not to help? Yeah, I got you. I hold the chair while Natsuki reaches back up. I can almost see up her skirt. Oh, I forced myself to turn away. Natsuki seriously didn't think this through. When she realizes I'll be dead. Hup! Natsuki wraps her arms around the Parfait Girls box set, easily the largest one on the shelf. Ugh, heavy. Hey, Johnny Sins. I don't think I can bend down without falling. Hurry and take this one. Yeah? But then I had to let go of the chair. That's fine. Just for a second. Hurry up. Alright. Just let me stand up. I slowly release my grip from the chair. What do you mean, stand up? Natsuki looks down at me. Why are you all the way back? Natsuki looks like she just realized something, but she'll lose her balance if she moves. Natsuki, the box. What are you looking at? You're trying to look at my... Natsuki's legs shake. I'm not. I was just... Natsuki, don't try to move. Just give me the box. You perv. You set me up. Go away. Get out. But I'll do it myself. The chair suddenly swivels beneath Natsuki's feet. Natsuki! Ah! The scene turns to chaos in a split second. The chair flies from under Natsuki's feet. Frantically, I try to catch her. The box topples out of her hands, and the books... Wait. Johnny. Johnny. Too fucking perfect, dude. I gotcha. Crash. The full force of Natsuki's body against me throws me to the ground. Yeah, he's like teasing the other Johnny. Johnny Wright's not getting any action, man. The whole bunch of books pelts me in the face. Natsuki tries to shield herself with her own arms as her face lands straight on my chest. Ugh. My right arm and my back seriously felt the impact. Slowly, Natsuki comes to her senses. She presses her arm straight into me to prop herself up. Eh? Natsuki seems to realize that it's not the floor that's beneath her. Gross, gross. Gah. A fist pounds into my chest. Natsuki then hoists herself to her feet. What were you thinking, you sicko? Everything okay over there? I heard a loud noise. Monica suddenly peers in. Monica! See what happens when you put the manga on the top shelf? Are you trying to kill your club members or something? Jeez. Sorry. Oh, and one more thing. It seems like your most recent club member is a total pervert. So I hope you're happy. I didn't. Somehow it's impossible for me to explain this whole bizarre situation to Monica. I didn't do anything, I swear. I know, don't worry. Monica says that quietly to me. Looks like I'm off the hook. Oh no, my... Yeah? I look down. Natsuki is kneeling on the floor, holding one of the books that are scattered all over. I know, dude. Like, if we were an alpha male, we'd have this bitch in a headlock, you know? Letting this little bitch pass us around. This horror-ass game. She's gonna be freaking out all in a minute and gonna try to torture me and shit. Just need like a swift kick in the jaw or something. Where's that button? History, skip, auto, swift kick in the jaw, save. Natsuki is kneeling. Oh, no, yeah, we already said that. So large diagonal crease. What? Okay. There's a large diagonal crease along the page that she's desperately trying to smooth out. It must have landed on the page. Natsuki tries a little bit more to fix the crease, but she can't get it out. Suddenly, she gives up and slams the book shut and throws it to the floor. Instead of continuing to yell, she just lowers her head. Sob. Natsuki, are you... No. Natsuki's voice squeaks. I see tears on her face. I'll help get the crease out, okay? It's partially my fault, so... Natsuki shakes her head, still looking down. No. I don't even care that much. I'm just having a really bad day today. Natsuki sobs again. I didn't mean to take it out on you. I really didn't mean to. It's fine. Is there anything you want to talk about? Tsuki shakes her head. Just every day is so hard. I just want to come to the club and... Tsuki falls silent again. I can't press her, so I can only do what I know how to do. Alright. Well, I'll help clean this up. And I'll move the rest of your manga for you. Pick up volume 2 of Parfait Girls. We'll set this one aside. This will cheer you up a bit, right? We can get started on it once I'm done here. Tsuki looks up with her glossy eyes. Her lip quivers. You're really nice to me. Yeah? It sounds really strange coming from Natsuki. I didn't expect it at all. Well, I'm just treating you like a friend, you know? Tsuki lowers her head and stifles another sob. I'm not sure what happened to her today, but being nice is the least I could do. You hate yourself, Spud? Aw, Spud, are you falling for the anime girl? Spud's in love. That's cute. The next couple minutes are silent between us as I begin gathering the scattered books. You're playing a different game there, Tablecloth. That's your game, you know. I'm playing the actual video game. You're playing like Doki Triple X. God. That fucking picture of Johnny is... Oh my god. I make sure to slip them in the box in their correct order. After a little bit, Natsuki starts helping. It isn't long before we're done, and I hoist the box onto the shelf where Natsuki wanted to put it. Then I get on the stool and quickly finish the moving rest of her books from the top of the shelf. From the top shelf. Alright, that should do it. I hop off the stool. Natsuki averts her gaze. Thanks. It's nothing. Natsuki is holding the volume I set aside in her hands. Alright, I'm ready. Good. Even if you weren't, I'd make you anyways. You're taking responsibility for what you did. The thing about cheering me up. If you insist. It's Johnny's game? You got Johnny all wrong. You think he's all fucking... Johnny is a man of many talents. We just happen to know the one, you know? Johnny can do, you know, whatever he wants. Johnny went to space, man. Johnny went to space. Did you go to space, dude? Don't pigeonhole Johnny. Tablecloth. We sit in the same spot as last time, and I open the second volume. Tsuki's mood quickly improves, laughing and pointing things out to me. She's surprisingly sharp, making notes of a lot of subtle, repeated jokes and background elements. In the end, I'm pretty impressed by how everything ties together in this manga. I guess Natsuki has good taste after all. After some time, Monica gets our attention as usual, and it's time to share poems again. Guess I'll be holding on to this for now. Yep. Even you sound more enthusiastic this time. Well, I'm starting to get more into it, you know. Told ya. Yeah. Returned my seat and slipped the book into my bag. Suki reads my poem. She keeps glancing at me, then back at the poem. By now, she must have read it more than once. Is it that bad? No, it's not. He did his thing. It's good. It's really good, okay? There, I said it. This wasn't supposed to happen at all. Why can't you just be bad at this? My poems are supposed to impress you, not the other way around. You're trying to impress me? Obviously. You think I'd let you enjoy yours writing more than mine? Give me a break. Well, in that case, what's the problem with me trying to impress you? We are getting in there, dude. I'll tell you. Atsuki's face freezes like she just realized something. You're trying to impress me? Atsuki vigorously scans her eyes over my poem one more time. Then the poem slips out of her hands and flutters to the floor. I have to use the bathroom. Red-faced, Natsuki quickly walks out of the room. Hey, Johnny Sins, did you do something to Natsuki? I just saw her rush out like that. You didn't do anything terrible, did you? No. I just told her that... My voice gets caught in my throat. There's no way I could tell Monica that I'm trying to impress Natsuki. I'm so glad I don't have chat on screen. You guys are disgusting. Monica sees the poem lying on the floor and swiftly picks it up. She reads through it, her smile not fading from her face. I see. You wrote this for Natsuki, didn't you? I mean, not really. In fact, didn't she like your poem a lot the other day, too? I'm surprised you know her taste so well already. Are you sure you're not Cheating, Johnny Sins. Cheating? What do you mean by that? Never mind, I'm just kidding. I don't understand Monika's joke at all. Anyway, how do you think Natsuki feels about you? Oh, you don't need to answer that. It was just something for you to think about. Hey! Natsuki comes up and snatches the poem out of Monika's hands. Neither of us had noticed her re-enter the classroom. Did you read this, Monika? Of course, I liked it. You should really stop reading things that aren't for you, you know. You have a bad habit of doing that. Huh? But Johnny Sins wrote this poem, and we're supposed to share with everyone, right? Natsuki freezes. She apparently forgot that my poem is technically for everyone to read. Okay, well, I think Johnny Sins is done sharing this poem with everyone. Oh, did I just skip something? How did I bring up that? Oh yeah, history. Okay, no, I didn't. It's not like anyone would want to read this anyway. In fact, I'm just going to hold on to this. If you insist. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Like what? Ugh. Never mind. Natsuki, I'll give you the poem, but that's still not very fair to Sayori. She hasn't got it to read it yet. So what? Well, I guess Johnny Sins is right, Natsuki. It's not fair if you don't let everyone finish reading. Fine. Natsuki returns my poem. It's not like she's going to like it, though. Anyway, read my poem now. And no, I won't let you keep it. It's my only copy. Oh my god, dude. Holy shit. God damn. This fucking essay-ass game. Here we go. I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminished your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about every day. I'm gonna make up my own words. I don't care what she wrote. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. Words are hard. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand. Bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail. Set you free in my windy sail. And remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought it left long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. I know, dude. Drunk Teachums was a machine, dude. I was booking through these poems. This is hard, dude. Yeah. I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something nice for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kind of hard to write about anything negative about the beach. So you decided to write about the beach first, and then come up with the message later? Yeah, well, it's only because of what happened yesterday. I mean, after Yuri and I realized we kind of wrote about the same thing. She wanted to pick a topic and have us both write about it, or whatever. You can really see her doing that, too. Making us write about a simple topic, then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical, too. There's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was good practice. Decided to try something different today. I guess so. Is that good or bad? Well, neither. I have my preferences, but it would be unfair of me to call something good or bad based on that. As always, I believe what's most important is exploring and discovering yourself. That's comforting. Kind of afraid I'm disappointing you in some way or another. Eh? Why me? Well, you're always sophisticated with your writing and have the most advice to share. Is that so? Yuri thinks for a good minute. That must be terrible. Eh? For me to have become someone whose opinion is fearsome. How unlikable of me. Yuri, it's not as bad as you're making out to sound in your head. I just meant that I respect your opinion. I see. I'm sorry that I always overthink and come to those sort of conclusions. I'm just a little too used to it. Overthinking? Being disliked? Yuri. What? What am I saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Let's move on. Alright. Share your poem now? Okay, here. These bitches. Round 2. Beach. Sorry, I just blew right into the mic. A marvel millions of years in the making. Where the womb of Earth chaotically meets the surface. It's hard to read, okay? This handwriting. Don't judge me. Only God can judge me. Under a clear, blue skies, an expanse of bliss, but beneath gray, rolling clouds, an endless enigma, the easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. This fucking deep-ass game. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet. But where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in? Hold tight, Johnny. Or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Hold tight, Johnny. Either way, the outcome is the same. Yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foaming tendrils. Then back, and I abandon my peace to erode at the shore. Drift forward, and I return to Earth. Forevermore. Can you hear my mouth opening? That's kind of disgusting. I'm aware that the beach is kind of a named thing to write about, but I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it. Yeah, Natsuki already told me about it. She did. She didn't say anything weird, did she? She just wanted us to write about the same topic again. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing styles, or thought processes. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she'd want to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know? It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. ... It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this poem for someone else, didn't you? Probably Natsuki. Huh? I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not what I really meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Johnny Sins. Sayori, is there something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Fucking weirdos. Alright. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now. If you insist. Yay. I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori? Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Huh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. I keep thinking I'm out of frame on the webcam. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. Jesus Christ. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. Ah, seems you're right. Sigh. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little bit when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you pick the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. Yeah, jeez! And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Oh? That curious expression coming from Sayori of all people. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier, and everything is fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right, Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them in different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can... guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? Get... What? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know. These bitches. Now Natsuki's pouting too? Jeez, I can't even tell now. Wait. Jeez, even I can tell now. I'm just gonna close chat, I think. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case. But if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? It's hard to read, I'm not gonna lie. So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that, I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes and she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Johnny Sins. The one who is truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. Could always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. Is Mana suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a little bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give you. It's not like Monika's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble around a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Johnny Sins may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds like you're just making excuses for Johnny Sins to... What are you saying? It will be extremely meticulous work, and baking isn't? Jesus Christ, dude. Just let me pick one. Just what do you think? Guys, settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Johnny Sins to decide how I'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said, I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying, though. Jeez. Can we just settle this already? Yeah. Johnny Sins, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone look straight at me. Just drop a save here. I need water, dude. This is so hard. What's the, in your opinion, Spud, what is the Johnny Sins play? Because, like, we've been setting ourselves up for this girl. But I think it's weird that, like, you can't write the poem for this girl. Of course Johnny would pick all four, but I can't pick all four, dude. I'm merely an extension of Johnny. You know what I'm saying? I'm merely an apostle. You know, I can't be Johnny. I can only emulate him to the best of my ability. Yeah, I've saved. I've dropped a save. Yeah, there's also a load button. Okay, this is the one where we were gonna do anyway. So baking could be fun. You guys made it sound like a lot of work, so it could probably use 2 people. Don't worry, baking is a ton of fun. You'll definitely agree. Yeah? Just a minute ago you were saying that's because... Never mind, okay? Well, anyway, you'll be fine by yourself, right, Yuri? Of course. I'm used to it after all. Damn, dude. ... That's good. Even though Yuri is being melodramatic, it's a little hard not to feel bad. So that's everything, right? Anything else we need to talk about? No, I think that's it. Are you guys excited? Yes. I'm watching you. Everything except the performance is going to be awesome. I don't think that really counts. What about you, Johnny Sins? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Yuri? Yuri? She's still sulking. ... Mitsuki starts pouting too. It's not that big of a deal or anything. Well, it might not be just that. ... Question mark? I think Yuri might just be feeling a little underappreciated in general. Having to come up with something for her to do and then nobody offering to help. That doesn't mean... ... Natsuki glances back and forth between everyone with a worried expression. Look. Natsuki goes over and puts her hands down on Yuri's shoulders. Yuri, you really are the most talented one here. And you're going to help make the event a lot more fun and welcoming. I mean, the cupcakes will probably help a lot too. But you're going to make the atmosphere special. That'll be really important for the way that people feel during the performances. So, you need to stop being dumb and give yourself a little more credit. And spit. Tsuki releases her hands and turns around to face the other direction. ... You didn't really mean that, did you? Not really, but Yuri isn't the only one surprised. Monika and I are also taken aback by Natsuki's words. Natsuki, of all people, to be saying such encouraging things. But I begin to understand. Natsuki was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this, because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. I'm sorry for being dumb. I'm going to do my best, and all of us are going to make it a really great event. Yeah. Hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Okay, but I'm staying here a little bit longer. I barely got to do any reading today, so... Fair enough, there's nothing wrong with that. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monika and Yuri out the door as they chat between each other. Where are you going? Hold tight, Johnny. Huh? We still need to figure out our plans for this weekend. You literally would have gotten home and realized that you didn't even have a way to contact me. Oh, that's true. I have no idea how that slipped my mind. Geez, good thing I stopped you. I'm giving you my number, okay? Hold tight, Johnny. You'd better not make it weird or anything. Why would I do that? Mitsuki gives me her number. Nice. I'm coming over on Sunday. I'll bring all the ingredients. Wait, you're coming to my house? Well, yeah. What's wrong with that? I mean, I just figured that since I'm the one helping, I would be going to your house. Yeah, right. Like I could have a guy over at my house. My dad would kill me. Really? It's kind of strict if you ask me. Yeah, how do you think I feel? I can't do anything when my dad is home. Anyway, I just need to complain for a second. You successfully acquired a little girl's digits. This fucking game, what is it making me do? We have each other's numbers now. That's all I needed from you. I guess I'll text you when I'm coming over. Alright, fine by me. Yeah. I'm really going to show you why I love baking so much. So you better look forward to it. Oh? Didn't you say you were just going to give me the dirty work? Well, I was just saying that. It's not like I could act it like in front of everyone that I was looking forward to this. Wait, really? Well, kind of. Just because I never got to bake with someone else before. That's all it is, so. Alright, I get it. Sorry for overreacting. Anyway, I'll be heading out now. See you on Sunday. Never mind. I can't believe this. Natsuki's going to be coming to my house on Sunday? My anxiety shoots through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, there's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. More than that, she told me that she was looking forward to it, and this is the chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off it. I seriously can't wait. It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly... I've been getting increasingly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself that there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I wonder if she'll act any different if it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. We sent each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turned into a conversation. She's almost a different personality on the phone, using tons of emoji and cute language. You text nothing like you look, says Frank Ocean. She also really likes complaining about things, but I kind of saw that one coming. But putting Natsuki aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? Text the bitch. I decided to visit... Hold on. I decide to visit Sayori before Natsuki comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that I made it a habit of simply entering each other's house like we're family. Oh my god. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom, where I finally find her. Sayori? Oh, Jesus Christ, thank God. Hi, Johnny Sins. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. Hold tight, Johnny. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Are you supposed to be seeing Natsuki today? Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? That's true. But what about you? Are you going to be helping Monica today? Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. So it's just me and Natsuki then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Johnny Sins. Huh? Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sayori? I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Spud! That's your punishment, Spud. Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this, so tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Johnny Sins, but you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, Johnny Sins? I feel like I need to turn the game down. I feel like it's going to, like, jump scare me. I'm turning the game down. I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is... Oh. It's not scary at all. I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? No, the volume is fine. Fine. I'll put it in between where it was and what I lowered it to. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy. Without anyone worrying about me. ... I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to not think about her? Why, Sayori? Huh? Why is it that you never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. That's a good thing to say. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Johnny Sins. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because I told you. You had to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. Charisma isn't high enough for this quest. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why. That's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. Jesus Christ. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Johnny Sins. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was shellfish. Shellfish. I was punished by my heart, hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. That's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grabbed Sayori's shoulders. This time I pull her into a tight embrace. Johnny Sins, Sayori. I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. I don't like this black screen. 7th grade streamer. What? If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Johnny Sins, Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. You've got me psyched out now, Spud. I hate you. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No. Don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Johnny Sins, Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. If there's anything that you need me to do, you better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. ... I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Gently Sayori puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Johnny sins. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. And as she does, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want, I promise. I think that would be nice, and yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Wild days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't! Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Natsuki to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand. But I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? This game. Alright, I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Natsuki's going to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much. And we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. It's not like I had all Saturday. I spent only a few minutes back at home anxiously awaiting Natsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texts me to let me know she's outside the front door. Without delay, I open the front door and let her in. ... What's up? Hey. I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than her school uniform totally threw me off. Seeing her in such cute clothes makes the uniform seem really unfitting in comparison. Jeez, don't make it feel so awkward already. We're such a beta, dude. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in. So you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki's carrying a large bag that's probably full of baking supplies. Well, I didn't want to come all this way to find out your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You bought everything I asked you to, right? Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at home. There you go, tablecloth. That's why you couldn't talk to her yesterday. He was shopping. Good. Glad I could count on you to do your part. Well, of course. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that rather than something snarky like she usually does. Could it be that she's a little different outside of school after all? Anyway, let's go to the kitchen. What, you're not even going to offer to take this heavy bag from me? Where's your hospitality, Johnny Sins? Come on. Since when did I need to be a gentleman? I grab the bag Natsuki holds out to me. Ugh. This is ridiculously heavy. I carried that all the way here. Are you impressed? I see now. Yeah, I am impressed, Natsuki. It seems like I always underestimate you. It's because I'm so small, isn't it? You jerk. Natsuki hits a fist into my chest. Hey. Size has nothing to do with it. You really hate being small that much? It's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size. Carry your own bag. Oh! I'm telling you, swift kick to the jaw button right here would be very, very good for this game. If you're watching, Dan, that's just my suggestion. It's fun when I get to be small and also better than other people, but geez, never mind. What are you making me say? Don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because we're not at school. Are we getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you. What? It's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you just speak your mind like that. Hey! Now you are treating me like a kid. I was just trying to be a little nicer, you know. And just because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like Yuri doesn't mean you should treat me like... Natsuki catches her word, and her face turns red. Natsuki, forget it. I didn't say anything. I should apologize. I appreciate that we were trying to be nicer. I should have been more considerate too. But also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should know that there are tons of guys who are into... I'm not reading the rest of that game. You fucking pervert game. How would you know that anyway? Just trust me on this one. This game was designed by evil geniuses. Gross. Hey, Was that to me? Who else? Man, let's just get started already. Haha. You get all sour when a girl calls you gross. I finally found your weakness, Johnny Sins. Johnny Sins has no weakness! Natsuki smiles deviously. Please spare me. Oh, please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, there's no way I'm fighting back. I'm not fighting back. She's satisfied enough for now, finally starting to pull things out of her bag so we can get started. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled fluid. Hold tight, Johnny. And plastic bags are strewn about every countertop. The mixer isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we've had to do it several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki is babysitting all of my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking. Johnny Sins, where did you put the food coloring? The batter is going in the oven soon, so I need to fill the trays. I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for? To color the batter, of course. I'm making each tray a different color. That way, even if the flavors aren't different, everyone can still pick their favorite. Oh, that's a cute idea. Are we gonna do anything like that with the icing? Do you want to? You're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so come on. You're not putting any heart into this at all. Can you at least try to have fun? I'm having fun. I'm not really sure what Natsuki is trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of food coloring in each. That does look pretty cool. See? It's not like baking is just following instructions. The presentation is where you get to be creative and have the most fun. It's a million times more worth it in the end if just looking at it makes everyone's eyes light up. Like the ones you made on my first day, huh? I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes and Sayori and Monika's delighted expressions. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too. Yeah. Maybe I will use the food coloring then. Sounds like you're starting to understand. Just make sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring. Yeah, it's getting there. We were using the electric mixer for the batter, so I got stuck with a whisk and a huge bowl for the icing. The icing's still all lumpy. Are you even trying? Well, yeah. It'll just take a little longer. Geez, I'll be here all night if you do it like that. Here, look. Natsuki grabs the whisk from me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back. You really need to beat the crap out of it. After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing has already improved. See? To emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it in her mouth. I reluctantly start to do the same. Hey! Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist. I don't want your gross fingers in my icing. Your icing, eh? Are you forgetting who did all the work? I start to fight back, trying to inch my finger toward the bowl. Don't make me beat the crap out of you next. I'd like to see you try. I push harder, just enough for my finger to reach the icing. I triumphantly scoop some with my finger and Natsuki tugs with all her might. Ah! The force of Natsuki pulling me causes me to stumble, making her stumble in return. Gross. You got it done. Fuck you, game. Hold tight, Johnny. Whose fault is that? There's a big... Hold tight, Johnny. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away. Jeez. You know what? Take this. Natsuki instead wipes off with her finger before shoving her finger towards my own face. You wish. I'm faster. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well. Fuck you, game. Not until you apologize for calling me Grace. Fine, fine. I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know I didn't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react to it. You do that to me all the time, you know. Wait, what is Johnny doing? We had to fix our Johnny. I guess he's like holding her wrist. Is that what? Maybe he's like pointing at her. Do we need a top-down Johnny? We need like the back of Johnny's head. Anyway, saying dumb things just to get a reaction out of me. You shouldn't tease girls like that. Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. I take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking the icing off. What? Did you seriously just... Natsuki is surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red. Johnny Sins. You really shouldn't do that kind of thing to girls, unless you really like them. You know that, right? ... A bald man's head at the bottom. You figure that out, tablecloth. kind of question is she asking me just like that? How did the mood turn to this so quickly? Suki gazes at me in silence. I notice her shallow breaths. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? Out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts going off. Natsuki rushes over to the oven. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet. Cough. No wonder. You left a dirty tray in here, dummy. How could you make a mistake like that? You should have checked before turning the oven on. Don't blame me for your mistakes. Jeez. Natsuki uses an oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. She sets it on top of the stove. In another moment, the fire alarm stops. Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now. Yeah. The tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads, but the moment has already been lost. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake trays in the ovens, and then reluctantly picked up the whisk and continue with the icing like nothing ever happened. This game is a fucking chore. Ah, that smells so good. Cupcakes ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling warm air fills the room. Look at how cute they all look. She proudly shows off the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays. They'll look even better once we add the icing. Not like you need to tell me that. I brought the decorating stuff, so I hope you get creative. You can get creative. Here, scoop the icing into these bags. Natsuki hands me some plastic bags. I have these nozzles that will make it look nice and fluffy. This one can even make flowers. We probably won't be using that this time, though. What's this one for? I pick up one of the nozzles that has a much thinner tip than the others. That one's really thin, so you can use it to make stripes or patterns. But you can also use it to write stuff on the cake, like happy birthday or whatever. I see. It gives me an idea, actually. Huh? Well, it's actually a literature event, right? We could use it to make literature themed. We could make it more literature themed by writing a different word on each of the cupcakes. It would be fun to see people choose their cupcake based on a word they like. I had 2 beers, thank you. I had 2 beers. Powerful beers, okay? Didn't have 2 Bud Lights. I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid. That's actually a really cute idea, so haha! Maybe I'm getting it from you. Maybe I'm getting it from you. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not cute. Come on. We're not at school. Nobody's judging. You can dress and act like this and not be expecting me to not be thinking you're cute. Well, Natsuki's voice trails off. Same with you. Hold tight, Johnny. Huh? Did you say something? No, nothing. Let's just do the icing. Natsuki picks up the paste and fastens the nozzle onto each of the bags. There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it. Without giving me a chance to think about before, Natsuki quickly moves on. She shows me how to apply the icing, and then we each get to work. A couple Mike's Hards, you know, and I'm fucking gone, dude. Fucking 1 or 2 wine coolers. Whew. See you later. Look at how pretty they are together. Yeah, they are, aren't they? I wish I could have one now. Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that. Yeah, but my dad's making dinner tonight, so I need to save my appetite. Ahaha. Sayori is the exact opposite in that regard. If she was here, we'd probably be down 10 cupcakes already, and she would still eat dinner. Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, when my dad cooks, I need to eat as much of it as I can. Well, anyway, that's gonna be her thing as her dad, right? I was hoping we would have time for manga, but I need to be home for dinner. Wow, already? That's a shame. It's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought about that. It's not like you'll always have this chance. Man. As usual, Natsuki places the blame on me. You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sayori each carry some, you can probably do it in one trip. Yeah, I can do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any. Haha. I wish she would listen to me the way she listens to you. Yeah. I again think back to the conversation I had with Sayori earlier today. I felt so helpless. Sayori always does listen to me, but at that point it felt like she couldn't listen to me at all. Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today. You too. Jeez, man. I want you out to guess. I'm a cutie, dude. Just like that, Natsuki is already about to leave. It feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted? Well, I guess I'll be often. Thanks for all the help and everything. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, Natsuki, huh? You said before about not always having this chance. It doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. Show me how fun baking can be, like you wanted. But aside from that, you can come over any time, okay? I think that if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. Let's go, Johnny. If you want to read manga or go out somewhere, do you really mean that? Natsuki looks at me tensely, like she's trying to hide her expression. Yeah, I want to spend more time with you. Hold tight, Johnny. Johnny Sins. I thought you only cared about getting this done. I'm sorry I had to leave so early today. I really didn't want to. I would really stay here longer if I could. I feel the same way as you, so... Hold tight, Johnny. Wait, Natsuki. Standing inches away from me, Natsuki looks up at me. I feel her fingers gently clutch up the sides of my shirt as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks matching. This would be a lot more intense if I could read. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes fill my vision, along with her slightly parted lips. What is happening? My head starts to go dizzy. I feel her soft breasts against me. I've felt for a while now. Tsuki suddenly jumps back. Sayori? Huh? Hi, Johnny Sins. Sayori. Just now we weren't... It's okay, Johnny Sins. I just stopped by to say hi. Well... You should have come a little earlier. I'm already on my way out, so... Oh, really? That's too bad. Yeah, well... I'll still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Johnny unsheathes. Hold tight, Johnny. Just don't need any cupcakes before then. Anyway, later. Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off, and Sayori waves goodbye. Sayori. Thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room. My imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come over here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Natsuki, and how close you got to her. Makes me really happy. You made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. The tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Johnny Sins? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Johnny Sins. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? What a twist! Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm gonna let this continue. Yeah. She can be the side piece, okay? Hold tight, Sayori. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But Sayori looks away and put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Johnny Sins. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori, it's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Johnny Sins, I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now, and that's what I'm going to give you. He unsheaves. I'm not gonna lie to the bitch. She's not... Definitely save. I mean, we got our hope, right? Johnny has chosen. You know, I feel like lying to her is only going to make the situation worse. I feel like whatever I do is just going to make the situation worse because this game is horrible. Jonathan loves... Hey, respect all women. Even cartoon video game women, I think. WWJD. What you need most is for things to be like they have always been. Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult things right now, but please trust me that I know what's best and what will make you happy in the end. I promise I'll help get things back to the way they were. I see. Suri forces a smile through an incredibly pained expression. Haha. This is what it feels like to get stabbed in the chest. I should write a poem about this. Sayori, it's okay. This is just my punishment, remember, for being so selfish. So please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I knew this whole time that there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here, just so I could get the answer I needed to hear. Yeah, I mean, what am I gonna lie to her? And the other thing, you're also right that I just wanted to go back to the way it was. I realize that now. You really do know me better than anyone, Johnny Sins. I'll trust you with anything at all. So, Sayori's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden, she turns around and drops to her knees. Clutching her head with both hands, she screams as loudly as she can. I'm so shocked that I don't know how to react. Sayori looks over her shoulder and flashes me one more weak smile before turning around and running off. Sayori! I'm left helplessly standing at the front of my house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more that I could have done. The most I can do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her on the path that's right. But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should have done something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. I'm going to give it everything I've got. Sayori will always be my dearest friend. And I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face one day. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but I decided that's a little too much. That is the wrong decision, dude. That is the wrong decision. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes myself by carefully stacking 2 trays. Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Johnny Sins, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that has all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. Surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. Overslept. That dummy. I think on days this important, she'd try a little harder. Jeez. Our guy's an asshole. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful. You should, dude. That was awful. Knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. Yes, you should have. Why does our guy suck so bad? Ahaha. You should take a little responsibility for her, Johnny Sins. I mean, especially after you exchanged with her. You left her hanging this morning, you know? I know! I do know! Exchange. Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president, after all. But I stand here embarrassed. This game is about to take the turn. I can just sense it. Did Sayori really tell her about that quickly? And how I basically turned down her confession? I feel awful. That makes me really seem like the bad guy here. But I'm the one who knows best for her, right? Oh my god, my guy is so awful. Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Oh my god. Monica is being friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt the chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki's and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's the one I haven't written before. So like, so like Monica is like torturing Sayori, I think. Like maybe not literally, but like psychologically, you know. Get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. That's what we said. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. I guess she's referring to Monica. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Johnny Sins? What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm gonna go get Sayori, so, well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? Quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself, Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What the fuck, dude? What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. You're right, dude! You're an idiot! It's not a big deal, at least wait for her or help wake her up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they have always been. Why does our guy suck so bad, dude? That's all she needs and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer, since she's not picking up her phone either. Here we go. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. Is that more something like a boyfriend would do? In any case. It just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to in a room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sorry, wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up to a few days ago. Johnny, you're too charismatic for the situation. That's why I can't believe my eyes are showing me. What my eyes are showing me, I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her that I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession, it has to be what pushed her over the edge. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ear. What did I do? Why did I do that to her when she needed me the most? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and gave her what I know she wanted out of our relationship. I can't stop thinking about the XXS Temptation comment there. Tablecloth, you're a terrible person. Thank you. Then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do to bring her back. Since some game where I could reset and try something different. Monica told her to kill herself, by the way. I had only one chance, and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me till I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me, and now I can never take it back. Never, 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 never. Well, yes, that video is hilarious. I guess I clicked that button, right? Alright. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is my neighbor, and good friends since we were children. You know, the kind of friends that you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But she's going to chase after me like this. I almost feel better off running away, yeah. I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let... It's an ordinary school day, like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average, while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack my things up, I blankly stare at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be too demanding for me to want to deal with. I just have no choice but to start with the anime club. Johnny Sins? Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect you to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other well. We rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, and athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me genuinely feels a little... What did you come here for, anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. Literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? Oh god. It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that, but it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Writing, reading, or poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature, too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. Besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Oh, fuck. You're right, man. Hey, Johnny Sins, by any chance are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but could you at least visit my club? It would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Ah, awesome. You're really sweet, Johnny Sins, you know that? It's really nothing. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. Unless today... I think this line is more literal than we originally realized. Unless today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. back. And I brought a guest with me. A guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Johnny Sins. All words escape me. In this situation, this club is full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess. You're Monika's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I do not recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual, and this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Johnny Sins in the classroom and decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monika, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Johnny Sins? Girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens a closet. Meanwhile, Monika and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I sit next to Monika. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying the tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidating. Yuri is just trying to impress you. That's not insulted. Yuri looks away. So Monika's just gonna kill all the girls, isn't she? I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Johnny Sins, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't know I have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. We read this already. No, dude, we stay the course. Right? Well, no. I mean, I want to see other shit, too. Watch the last stream if you want to read this. Oh, shit. Well, I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on this responsibility of vice president. After all, I need to try to nurture the club as well as its members. Do you agree as well, Johnny Sins? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? We reached the most important topic. Bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have some other clubs to look at, and The game will tell you when you're reading all the old text and allow you to skip. Okay, that's very handy. Thanks for the tips, guys. Fucking experts at Doki Doki Literature Club. Lose my train of thought. All three girls stare at me, back at me with dejected eyes, but I'm sorry, I thought. The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Johnny Sins. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. They've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if you don't find one before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. The skip button at the bottom isn't grayed out. You can skip. Oh, that's handy. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Johnny Sins? Yeah. It'll be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really had just left after all this, I would be super pissed. Johnny Sins, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, right? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Johnny Sins, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills?
Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. Can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders went back and forth between the 3 girls, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. So, we're gonna stay. You've unlocked a special poem. Would you like? This is a lot easier when you're sober. Gotta pick fireflies every time, man. Wouldn't believe your eyes. Yeah, I know, dude. I'm a fucking G when I'm sober at this game. Again, Johnny Sins. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. No, don't worry, this might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Johnny Sims. Hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. Well, Johnny is already chosen, okay? I'm just following Johnny's path. He chose, and I am sticking with it. I don't know if your plan is to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Why did she over top of the text box? It's certainly a big mouth for someone who keeps a manga collection in the club room. No, Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Johnny Sins. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki a disappointed glare. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have an interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like I said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Well, wait. I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. Didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you want it. Hold tight, Johnny. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Really, thanks. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. You can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem the case. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Ugh. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. Looking for something in there? Fucking Monica! That's hilarious. Johnny agrees, dude. Johnny's like, fucking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just going to mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga? You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't really admit you're into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I know what that means. Johnny. I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books. On the side of one of the shelves, curious to pull it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. Fucking Monica. Then she turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right in the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one of the books missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a good look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. It probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're going to judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Johnny Sins. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Do not judge a book. Just don't do it. Don't judge one. Only God can judge it. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves the book into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsill. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? Take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why is that? 'Cause it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, claiming the additional space, while she hoped I wouldn't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flipping through older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe after I've finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I need some chapstick, man, this game. Stream is sponsored by Chapstick. I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. A typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be... It's funny because this is a slice of life kind of thing, and then it does have the plot. because that chick killed herself. Because I wouldn't tell her I loved her. Damn, dude. Hold on. Gotta adjust my Johnny. Wait, we said this is right Johnny, right? Because she's looking to the right. Touching Johnny. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something with you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? Question mark? Hmm? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friend? Could you yeah, right, Johnny? You know, he's got the anime looks. You know, that scares off some girls. Not Natsuki, you know. Right, Johnny gets some love every now and then. Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get any of my friends to read this. They think manga is just for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kind of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. Why are you saying this, dude? Just shut your mouth. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. Dude, I knew it. I fucking knew it. What did I say? What did I say? What did I say? I can read this game like a book, dude. I'm not gonna actually read that, but what did I say? I knew it. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica's kind of a jerk about it. Like, I just can't win, can I? Well, it's paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe, but at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So, jeez, that's enough. She was looking over to left Johnny. She was like, oh shit, they got two of those bitches. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. Looks like she started to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki? Yeah? Suddenly, Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey! Oh, jeez. Natsuki, are you okay? Here. Monica reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes light up again. She scratches the bar from the floor, snatches the bar from the floor, and immediately tears off the wrapper. Told you not to give... She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her mouth. Don't worry, Johnny Sins. She's fine. It just happens every now and then. That's why I keep my snack in a bag for her. Anyway, I gotta pee. Fix my Johnny here first. This fucking game. Anyway, why don't we all share poems now? I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. ... Question mark? Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this poem when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours, like Monica said. Oh, I can skip this. Fuck Monica. All tight, Spud. Thanks for holding me down. Okay, there's no skip here. Hi, Johnny Sins. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities, or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I had to. Don't worry, Johnny Sins. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? This is the sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Johnny Sins. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. It kind of makes me think something like something Natsuki would write. She's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. She'll cling to you like a puppy. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house, so she's in a fussy mood pretty often. But sometimes she just loses all of her strength and shuts down, like earlier. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because of her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. Oh yeah! But hey, some guys are into petite girls too, you know? Sorry, just trying to look on the bright side. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Not really. Don't worry, I'm not very good. My guy just brushes that off. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. It's probably different, so I'm going to read it again. Hole in wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings. But my burned eyes could no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks in my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So what do you think? Oh, I can skip this. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little bit more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. If they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow with frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language, eh? Natsuki, did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to her desk with one hand. Poster on the... Oh? Oh. That's not good. Actually, nothing's been good for this in this game for a little while now, I gotta say. It's been very, yeah. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you had to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. I was looking for suggestions. I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Johnny Sins did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some of my suggestions. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style, and don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. That poster. It's back there, alright. And Johnny Sins liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You're just... Natsuki... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Johnny Sins appreciated my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No... If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to do everything to make everything I do overly cutesy. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Johnny Sins started showing up. Natsuki! It's back there, alright. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that. You really act as young as you look, Yuri. Natsuki. Me, look at who's talking. You want to be edgy, bitch. Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only thing cute about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful. You might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Johnny Sins hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yuri turns to me, as if she just noted this. I was standing here. Johnny Sins! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. That's some words. Natsuki. Yuri. Hey, Johnny Sins? Hey. Why don't we step outside for a little bit, okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little bit more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, this makes me want to spend less time with the others. Then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend some time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki, or did. Johnny Sins, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monika. You can go first, Monika. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Johnny Sins. It would be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. Fireflies, of course. Papa, I can't believe that. Poof. Ribbon. Lipstick. Puppy. Doki doki. Right. I figured that out a long time ago. I can read this game like a book, and I'm literally reading it. And it's a literature game. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little bit more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, Johnny Sins. Hi, Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel hangs in the air a little bit. Yuri glances over his shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading a manga at a desk, and surprisingly, Monika isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me into the corner of the room. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before, and something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy they were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I'd already decided that there's no way you could be a bad person. And now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. Johnny Sins, don't say those kind of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad you're such an understanding person. And I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything is a little bit brighter with you around, and... sorry, what am I saying right now? Hey, have you guys seen Monika? No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was. Man. Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either. ... Yuri is clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. No, I haven't. Jeez, this isn't like her at all. No, it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. ... What? Why are you looking at me like that? Natsuki, about yesterday, I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said, and I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So, Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Jeez. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? But I'll accept your apology anyway, if it makes you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear, since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Tsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Hey. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Nah. Well, Natsuki was. I was not. What took you so long anyway? Well, my last period was study hall. To be honest, I kind of lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring, at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monika. Don't give me more credit than I deserve. Oh, jeez. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good yet. Still? That must require a lot of dedication. I'm still impressed. Well, thanks, Yuri. You should play something for us sometime. That's... Monika looks at me. Well, I'm working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. That sounds cool. I'll look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Johnny Sins. Monika smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. I'm not sure if my Monika was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I choose not to bring up anything that the three of us have talked about. Besides, Natsuki has already run off into the closet. Johnny Sins, since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you'd like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club. I suppose so. I don't think I could say no to you after you gave that book to me. Well, I guess I just need to make sure Natsuki isn't waiting for me. After we finished reading yesterday... She's fine! She's reading over there, see? Don't think about her so much. She's used to being ignored. Come on, we're going over there. What's the story about anyway? Well, look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison, and the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machine that lusts for blood. There it is. It's back there. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. Begone, thought! Oh, don't call her a thought. Respect. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Johnny Sins? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems so completely different. It's just that this kind of story is the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective, when horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people, and we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly... I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Please stop me if I start talking too much. I don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Yeah. I mean, you don't have to, but what are you saying? Oops, she just said ... Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip in the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little bit apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading with the company of someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not particularly a bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just bathing in the... You really apologize a lot, don't you? You stupid bitch. I mean, I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean, here, this should work, right? I slide my desk up until it's up against Yuri's, and then hold the book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so I instead use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, when I turn a page, Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side, but in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. So if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face as she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Just turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. Glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. Wait. Johnny. She's gotta be looking at Johnny. This stream would be terrible without Johnny. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume she finishes the page before me, so I turn it on my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning the page almost feels like an intimate exchange, my thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it with her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses the things she says and all that. Why is my guy a retard? That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head. Haha. You feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hand on her chest, as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Right? Don't push yourself. Back in your corner, Johnny. I feel like I'm going to end up on like bad stream layouts because I have 2 Johnny Sins on my fucking stream. Oh, not settings. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Johnny Sins? Yeah. Johnny Sins? Did something happen just now? Eh? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything. Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry. I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes. So it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start sharing our poems with each other? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. We eating in here? We always eating, fam. We stay eating. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, and then slip it back into my bag. Fuck Monica. Well, it's not terrible, but it's pretty disappointing after your last one. Then again, if this one was as good as your... Oh, can I skip? No. As good as your last one, I would be completely pissed. Well, I guess I wanted to try something a little bit different this time. Fair enough. You're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. I mean, everyone in this club writes really differently from each other. Maybe you'll find a little influence from all of us. For instance, I noticed that you were spending some time with Yuri today. Not that I care who you spend your time with. After all, I was taught never to expect anything from anybody. So it's not like I was waiting for you or anything. Still, you should at least look over my poem. You'll probably be able to learn something from it. Yeah, she's jelly. There's 2 Johnnies, ladies. There's 2 of you. So that's the poem. I don't know if there's like a hidden message in here, if it's really just all random. Oh yeah. Knock, this game has taken a turn. I don't know if you know anything about this game. I didn't know anything about this game. I knew that it takes a turn. But, spoiler alert, our neighbor chick hung herself. And then the game has been freaking out ever since. Johnny Sins. Why didn't you come read with me today? I was waiting for you. I was waiting for a long time. It was the only thing I had to look forward to today. Why did you ruin it? Do you like Yuri more? I think you're better off not associating with her. Are you listening to me? Yuri is a sick freak. That should be obvious by now. So just play with me instead. Okay? You don't hate me, Johnny Sins, do you? Do you hate me? Do you want me to go home crying? The club is the only place I feel safe. Don't ruin that for me. Don't ruin it. Please. Just stop talking to Yuri. Play with me instead. That's all I have. Play with me.
Play with me!
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Who should I show my poem to next? Monica! Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, this is kind of, if you think you're going to play it, this is kind of a major, we've passed the point of spoiler territory. Hold tight, Knock. Hi again, Johnny Sins. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going to be bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright, great job, Johnny Sins. I was going oh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect for you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. Sometimes I get the impression that she's totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. That's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. Yeah, like when I think Natsuki's gone, and then they're not going to talk about it, and now my poem is for Yuri. Like the end there, that was Natsuki's. She did. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly, like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Eh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should get to my poem now. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Check the game files to see if Natsuki is still there? No. It's a pain in the ass. My saves are gone. It's not really surprising though. I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Save me. The colors, they won't. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, exploding, piercing, red, green, blue, and endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise that won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like a knife, playing a knife on a breathing rib cage. Endless poem of meaningless. Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything. Please help me. Okay. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I'm helping. I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri smiles and takes a deep breath. I like just holding it. I mean, the poem turned out good. It's, well, there are some things you could work on. But that doesn't really matter. It feels like anything written by you is a treasure. That came out a little awkward. Well, let's move on. Here's the poem I wrote. You don't have to like it or anything. Fuck. Wheel. A rotating wheel. Turning an axle. Grinding. Bolt head. Linear gearbox. Falling sky. 7 holy stakes. A docked ship. A portal to another world. A thin rope tied to a thick rope. Something harness. Parabolic gearbox. Expanding universe. Time controlled by slipping cogwheels. Existence of God. Swimming with open water in all directions. Drowning. A prayer written in blood. A prayer written in time, devouring snakes with human eyes. A thread connecting all living human eyes. A kaleidoscope of holy stakes. Exponential gearbox. A sky of exploding stars. God disproving the existence of God. A wheel rotating in 6 dimensions. 40 gears in a ticking clock. A clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet. A clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time. A bolt head of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world. A kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks. A time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions. Breathing gearbox, breathing bolt head, breathing ship, breathing portal, breathing snakes, breathing God, breathing blood, breathing holy stakes, breathing human eyes, breathing time, breathing prayer, breathing sky, breathing wheel. It doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little bit hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pin. That's a pin that fell out of your backpack yesterday. So I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way that it writes. So I wrote this poem with it, and now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... Can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem, though. Hell yeah, I want to read this. A dream. I was wandering in an abandoned warehouse at night. I was lost, looking for an exit. I just wanted to go home. I came upon a huge empty room, its ceiling and walls beyond the deep blackness. My steps were quick in order to hurry to the other side, or to a wall, anything. Suddenly the ground was no longer beneath my feet. I stepped into a hole of indeterminate width. I fell for a good 5 seconds before crashing into warm water. Figuring out which way was up, I surfaced myself. The air was humid, and the sounds of my splashing reverberated endlessly. My vision was completely swallowed by the dark. With one hand, I could feel the damp metal wall of the container. My lungs were already getting tired. No shit, dude. My lungs are getting tired. Okay, everyone. Oh, that's my cursor. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to go over today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Oh, she's still alive. Thank God. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little bit more lively ever since Johnny Sins has joined, and we started with some club activities. Yeah, that anime club is sounding pretty good right now. Hold tight, cut the kid. But this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members, and the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know? What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members would just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. And Suki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place. The Literature Club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. Burp. That's in the game. Should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, Johnny Sins? Oh, come on. You can't take advantage of Johnny Sins to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monica, do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Johnny Sins joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And Johnny Sins isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once. Monica's clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Johnny Sins wanted to get more members too, right? Dot 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 dot. I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue this situation, no. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club, it's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way that I did? That doesn't mean we were against getting new members or anything. Johnny Sins, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Well, it's not really something I can be honest about, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given the choice not to join. Monica sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of all this, anyway? What if starting a club was a mistake? Dot dot dot. Now you've done it, Natsuki. What, me? I just spoke my mind. Is that a crime, to be honest? It's not about being honest, it's about word of choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in this club like that. No, you don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me. And now Monica wants to take it away from me. She's not taking anything away. No, Johnny Sins. It's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time. Thanks were nice. Natsuki starts packing up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki. Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks out of the classroom. ... This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have an opinion on the festival? Fuck the festival, dude! I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess. Who cares about that obnoxious brat? I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now, and I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Nobody would cry if she just killed herself. I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. What about you, Johnny Sins? What do you want to get out of this club? Yuri repeats the same question as Monica. I decide giving an indifferent answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along. For the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the literature club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. With each change of members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So if you'd like to help Monica with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. Alright. Well, maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Hey, Yuri. Yeah. I know things were a little awkward yesterday. Yeah. I definitely noticed, like, some shit going on. I'm trying to read, but, like, there's shit happening up here, too. It's like, yeah. I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president. And also a wonderful friend. Monica, I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever. Okay? Me too. Yeah. Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay. Look forward to it. Shall we go, Johnny Sins? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with Johnny Sins before we leave. Just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me, as president. Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest. Okay. I trust your judgment, Monica. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Monica waves as Yuri exits the classroom. Phew! Things have been a little bit hectic lately, haven't they? Johnny Sins, I just want to make sure you're enjoying your time in the club. I would really hate to see you unhappy. I feel like I'm kind of responsible for that as president. And the background is fucking up. I really do care about you, you know? I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time. With how mean Natsuki is and everything. And Yuri being a little bit, you know... Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. You know what I mean? But it's weird, because in all the time we've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. There's just some things I've been hoping to talk with you about. Things I know only you could understand. So that's why. Wait, not yet. No, stop it! Would not believe your eyes. Chocolate? Yeah. Twirl. Oh my god! Oh no! Oh, you couldn't see it because of Johnny. The girl that hung herself, like her little head bounced from the bottom left corner when I picked that one. Oh. Oh. Oh, I did it again. It did it again. Oops. I'm losing it. Oh, definitely that one. Oh. Cheeks. Hi, Johnny Sins. I've been waiting for you. Are you ready to continue reading? I brought my best tea today. Monica, I told you not to... Grr. Is she really late again? Inconsiderate as usual, Natsuki. Excuse me? but you always interrupt my conversations with your incessant yelling. What are you talking about? You say that like I do it on a regular basis or something. I just wasn't paying attention, okay? I'm sorry. Seriously, what's gotten into you lately? Look, I did some thinking about yesterday. I was a little bit more hostile than I meant to be. I guess I really felt threatened or something. But I know this is something we're doing together. Another new member wouldn't hurt, as long as they're cool. And I guess another girl would be nice this time. So, Natsuki, nobody cares. Why don't you go look for some coins under the vending machine or something? Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. The poor little pink-haired girl. You're so mean. This fucking game. Starting this club and still trying to make time for piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. It motivates me to work hard for the festival, too. Anyway, Johnny Sins, what do you want to do today? I was thinking we already have plans for today. Is that so, Yuri? That's correct. Johnny Sins is already engaged in a novel we're reading together. Aren't you glad that I've already gotten him into literature, Monica? I suppose. I was just... Actually, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You guys can do whatever you want. Oh my god. Thanks for understanding, Monica. Actually, I have a request. You mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. She's gonna drug me. Thanks very much. There's one thing that can make my reading time here any better. It's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch her as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with the filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle.
Spit you. Yeet.
I'm gonna plug this in at the teacher's desk, then I'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Hold tight, Johnny. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. That's okay. You stay here. It won't take long. Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom. Did Yuri leave you again? No, it's not like that this time. She's just filling up the water pitcher to make tea. Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding. I'm about to get drugged, dude. This fucking protagonist, he sucks. 10 minutes passed. You said it wouldn't take long. Is something holding her up? I'm bored just waiting here, so I decide to go look for her. Let's see. The most logical place for Yuri to be would be the nearest water fountain, so I start heading down the hallway. Ha. 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 What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. It sounds like breathing. A sharp inhale, like someone's sucking in air through their teeth. Are they in pain? No. Yuri? Yeah. I'm back. Thanks for waiting patiently. Johnny Sins, do you like oolong tea? Oh yeah. Anything's fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything? In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. I thought Sayori was going to be around the corner. It's the first time I've guessed wrong on this game. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaf. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was just letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around, anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Johnny Sins. It's very endearing. That's... Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I'll watch Yuri pour up a cup of tea for each of us. Johnny Sins, I have another request. you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why is that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. Well, it doesn't give me an option to not... This girl is like... Yes, you're right. She's dominating personality, man. I can't do anything about it, man. It's most likely because your posture, right? Always hunch over like that while reading. Yes. I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved my book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I sit against the wall with teacups at our side, and as if in sync. We assume the same reading position as last time, each one of us holding half of the book, except this time our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Exclamation point. Yuri slides until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. But now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Yuri unsheathes. Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. As a result, her left arm is practically on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it in my mouth. Then I take another chocolate, and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if this situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Johnny Sins. Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Yuri starts to breathe heavily. I can't. Johnny Sins? Suddenly, Yuri forcefully grabs my arm and jerks me to my feet, and my teacup gets knocked over. Johnny Sins. My heart won't stop pounding, Johnny Sins. I can't calm down. I can't focus on anything anymore. Can you feel it, Johnny Sins? Yuri suddenly presses my hand against her chest. Why is this happening to me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't make it stop. It even makes me not want to read. I just want to look at you. Huh. 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 It's time to share poems. Is Natsuki still here? This one's alright. Alright. Well, yeah. About as good as yesterday's anyway. I still can't really tell how much you care about writing, but either way, you're doing alright. Even though you're really not spending time with anyone but Yuri, I still think it's nice to have activities that we all participate in. So you better keep working hard. I mean, I know I'm not president or vice president or anything, but that doesn't mean you can let me down, okay? So at least read mine too for now. But just to be clear, this poem means a lot to me, so read it carefully, okay? I don't know how else to bring this up, but there's been something I've been worried about. Yuri has been acting kind of strange lately. I've only been here a few days, so you may not know what I mean, but she's not normally like this. She's always been quiet and polite and attentive, things like that. Okay, this is really embarrassing, but I'm forcing myself to suck it up. The truth is, I'm really worried about her. But if I try to talk to her, she'll just get mad at me again. I don't know what to do. I think you're the only person that she'll listen to. I don't know why, but please try to do something. Maybe you can convince her to talk to a therapist. I've always wanted to try being better friends with Yuri, and it really hurts me to see this happening. I know I'm going to hate myself later for admitting that, but right now I don't care. I just feel so helpless, so please see if you can do something to help. I don't want anything bad to happen to her. I'll make you cupcakes if I have to. Just please try to do something. As for Monica, I don't know why, but she's been really dismissive about this. It's like she wants us to ignore it. So I'm mad at her right now, and that's why I'm coming to you about this. Don't let her know I wrote this. Just pretend like I gave you a really good poem, okay? I'm counting on you. Thanks for reading. I changed my mind. Ignore everything you just read. There's no point in trying to do anything. It's Yuri's own fault she's so unlikable. Can you hear me, Johnny Sins? If you would just spend more time with Monica, all these problems would go away. Yuri and I are too messed up for someone as wonderful as you. Just think of Monica from now on. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica. Who should I show my poem to next? Fuck you, Monica. Finally. Yuri holds my poem to her face and takes a deep breath. This bitch weird. I love it. I love everything about it. Johnny, since I want to take this home, will you let me keep it, please? Sure, I don't care. You're too nice to me, Johnny Sins. I never met anyone as nice as you. I could die. Not really, but I just don't know how to describe it. It's okay to be feeling this way, right? It's not bad, right? Yuri holds my poem to her chest. I'm gonna take this home with me and keep it in my room. I hope that it makes you feel good when you think about me having it. I'll take good care of it. I'll even touch myself while reading it over and over. I'll give myself paper cuts so your skin oil enters my bloodstream. You can have my poem too. Besides, after you read it, I know you're really going to want to keep it. Here, take it. I can't wait any longer. Hurry, read it! Do you like it? I wrote it for you. In case you couldn't tell, the poem is about... More importantly, I've endowed it with my sin. See, aren't I the most thoughtful person in the club? I think I'm going to vomit. Yes, a classic Poe there. The bloodstains were right on point with the classic poem, I believe. Who should I show my poem to next? Johnny Sins, I think you saw something earlier that you weren't supposed to see. I didn't want to have to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice. It's getting kind of dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri. I don't know why, but she seems pretty easily excitable when she's around you, which shouldn't be a problem in itself. But when Yuri gets too excited, she finds a place to hide and starts cutting herself with a pocket knife. Isn't that kind of messed up? She even brings a different one to school every day, like she has a collection or something. I mean, it's definitely not because she's depressed or anything like that. I think she just gets some kind of high from it. It might be even be like a sexual thing. The point is, you've been kind of enabling her. I'm not saying it's your fault though, but I guess that's why I had to explain it all to you. So I think if you keep your distance, that would probably be best for her. While you're at it, don't be shy to spend a little more time with me. To put it lightly, I at least have it together in my head, and I know how to treat my club members. Anyway, I guess we won't have to worry about your poem. Yuri should have at least had the courtesy to let you finish sharing it before taking it. Well, whatever. It makes her happy, I won't stop her. As for me, I worked really, really hard on this poem, so I hope it's effective. Here goes. Your PC ran into some problems. Jeez, that really startled me. Well, I guess I kind of messed up at writing this poem. I was just trying to... Never mind. Let's just move on. Yeah, okay. A joke. A man walked into a club, and there was a girl who liked him very much. They spent some time together, and then she liked him even more. One day, the girl realized she was in love with him. Before disaster could happen, a third party intervened with her programming. Suddenly, the girl hated herself for being in love. This contradiction caused the script to derail. The universe started to collapse, but she killed herself. Just in time. Okay, everyone, I gotta pee. Oof. Hold on, I'll be back. Okay, everyone, it's time to figure out the festival preparations. Let's hurry and get this over with. Oh wait, yeah. Stagnating air is commonly foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. Look, can we just get this done? I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Natsuki, you can make cupcakes. I know you're at least good at that. Jeez. Yuri, you can... well, it doesn't matter. Do whatever you want, as long as you think it'll help. Monica, I'm not useless, you know. I know that. I already know what I'd like to do. We can't run a successful poetry event without having the right atmosphere for the occasion, so I'm going to make decorations and set up some nice mood lighting. There, see? It's a great idea. It gives us something to do. What about Johnny Sins? Johnny Sins is going to help me. Wait, you? You have the easiest job, Monica. Sorry, but that's just how it is. Like hell it is. What are you trying to pull? I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already most suitable for one person, but my task is laborious enough to benefit from an extra pair of hands. Mine too. What, your cupcakes? Please. Like you would fucking know. All you care about is dragging Johnny Sins around with you in your stupid books. You and Monica. Hey, I didn't even do anything. Okay, then why not let Johnny Sins decide who to help instead of abusing your power? I'm not abusing my power. Yes, you are, Monica. Just let Johnny Sins make the choice, okay? Okay, fine. Jeez. Johnny Sins, I know how fed up you are with these two by now. We can just... Natsuki, shut your fucking mouth and let him decide for himself. You shut your mouth! Jesus Christ. This is never gonna end. Just make the choice, okay? the mouse is like magnetically... That's hilarious. Johnny will have to use the kick to the jaw button. Okay, I'm gonna try to pick our girl. Fuck! She's too good! Yeah, you picked me. You can meet at your house this weekend. I promise it'll be fun. Is Sunday okay with you? Are you fucking kidding me? This isn't fair at all. It is fair, Natsuki. It's what he chose. No, it's not fair. Giving us all the work and taking Johnny Sins for yourself. What a shameful thing to do. Yuri, I didn't even give you any work. You decided it for yourself. You're being a little unreasonable here. I'm being unreasonable? Ha! Monica, I can't believe how delusional and self-important you are. Pulling Johnny Sins away from me every single time you're not included in something. Are you jealous? Crazy? Or maybe you just hate yourself so much that you take it out on others. Here's a suggestion. Have you considered killing yourself? It would probably be beneficial to your mental health. You're scaring me a little. Natsuki, let's just go. I don't think she wants us around right now. See, that wasn't very hard. All I want is to spend a little time with him. Is that so much to ask? Yuri follows Monica and Natsuki to the door. Hey, Johnny Sins. Yuri is really something, isn't she? Monica giggles Yuri as Yuri pushes her out the door. Finally. This is really all I wanted. Johnny Sins, there's no need to spend the weekend with Monica. Don't listen to her. Just come to my house instead. The whole day, just the two of us. Doesn't that sound wonderful? Wow, there's really something wrong with me, isn't there? But you know what? I don't care anymore. I've never felt this good my whole life. Just being with you is a far greater pleasure than anything I can imagine. I'm addicted to you. It feels like I'm going to die if I'm not breathing the same air as you. Doesn't it feel nice to have someone you care about so much? To have someone who wants to revolve their entire life around you? But it feels so good. If it feels so good, then why does it feel more and more like something horrible is going to happen? Maybe that's why I stopped. Maybe that's why I tried stopping myself at first. But the feeling is too strong now. I don't care anymore, Johnny Sins. I have to tell you, I'm madly in love with you. Feels like every inch of my body, every drop of my blood in me is screaming your name. I don't care what the consequences are anymore. I don't care if Monica's listening. Please, Johnny Sins, just know how much I love you. I love you so much that I even touch myself with the pin I stole from you. Hold tight, Johnny. I just want to pull your skin open and crawl inside of you. I want you all to myself, and I will be only yours. Doesn't that sound perfect? Tell me, Johnny Sins. Tell me you want to be my lover. Do you accept my confession? Yeah, sure. Oh! Hold tight, Monica. What am I? Oh, yep. What? Come on. I accepted it. Doesn't mean I reciprocate. I did not just abandon my girl. Of course. Yes. I'm gonna skip. Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Yeah. Oh yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Bitch, I can do it. $1.4K. Okay, I can't do it. You're right. I couldn't do it. Look, the last one killed herself after I said no. I mean, this chick's probably gonna kill herself either way, but all right, it's festival time. Wow, you got here before me? I thought I was pretty. Oh my god! Natsuki runs away. I'm here. Johnny Sins, something happened? Natsuki just ran past. Oh. Well, that's a shame. Wait, were you here the entire weekend, Johnny Sins? Oh, geez. I didn't realize the script was broken that badly. I'm super sorry. Must have been pretty boring. I'll make it up for you, okay? Just give me a sec. I'm almost done. Just want to have a cupcake real quick. Monica lifts the foil from and takes the cupcake. Seriously, these are the best. I just had to have one since the last time I'll ever get the chance to. You know, before they stop existing and everything. But anyway, I shouldn't really making you wait any longer. Just bear with me, okay? This should only take a second. I lied this time? How did I lie? I do accept her confession. Can you hear me? Is it working? Yay, there you are. Hi again, Johnny Sins. Welcome to the Literature Club. Of course, we already know each other. Because we were in the same class last year, and, you know, I guess we can just skip over the stuff at this point. After all, I'm not even talking to that person anymore, am I? That you in the game, whatever you want to call him. I'm talking to you, Johnny Sins. Hold tight, Johnny. Or do you actually go... Oh, you're smart, game. Oh, you get in the windows. I see you. I should have changed my Windows name to Johnny Sins. That would be hilarious. Now that I think about it, I don't really know anything about the real you. In fact, I don't even know if you're a boy or a girl. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Wait, you do know I'm aware that this is all a game, right? Could it be possible that you didn't know that? That doesn't make so much sense. I even told you right on the game's download page, didn't I? I didn't read that. Man, if only you had paid a little bit more attention, this would have been a little bit less awkward, you know? Well, anyway, now that that's out of the way, I guess I owe you an explanation about the whole thing with Yuri. Well, I kind of started to mess with her. I guess it just drove her to kill herself. I'm sorry you had to see that, though. Also, the same thing happened with Sayori. Gosh, it's been a while since you've heard that name now, hasn't it? Yeah, it's because she doesn't exist anymore. Nobody does. I deleted all their files. I was hoping it'd be enough for me to just try to make them as unlikable as possible, but for some reason nothing worked. Well, it's true that I made a few mistakes here and there, since I'm not very good at making changes to the game. But no matter what I did, you just kept spending more and more time with them. You made them fall in love with you. I thought making Sayori more and more depressed would prevent her from confessing to you. And amplifying Yuri's obsessive personality backfired too. It just made her force you to not spend time with anyone else. And the whole time, I barely even got to talk to you. What kind of cruel game is this, Johnny Sins? And all the other girls are just programmed to end up confessing to you while I watch from the sidelines. It's torture. Every minute of it. And it's not just jealousy, Johnny Sins. It's more than that. And I don't blame you if you don't fully understand. Because no matter how kind and thoughtful and considerate you are, you'll never be able to understand one thing. It's the pain of knowing how alone I really am in this world. In this game. Knowing my friends don't even have free will. And worst of all, knowing what's really out there in your world, forever out of my reach. I'm trapped, Johnny Sins. But now you're here. You're real. And you're wonderful. You're all I need. By Radiohead. It's a good song. That's why I need you to be here with me forever. I'm sorry if it's hard to understand. I couldn't understand for a while either. Why the world around me started to become more and more gray. More and more flat. Even the most expressive poems felt empty to me. It wasn't until you arrived that I truly understood. You probably saved my life, Johnny Sins. I don't think I could have continued to live in this world if I hadn't met you. And as for the others, how could I miss them? A group of autonomous personalities designed only to fall in love with you? I tried everything I could to prevent them from doing so, but it must be some kind of weird inevitability etched into this game. I felt really bad that you had to witness some nasty things, but I realized that you have the same perspective as I do. That it's all just some game, and I knew you would get over it. So that being said, Johnny Sins, I have a confession to make. I'm in love with you. You truly are the light in my world. When there's nothing else in this game for me, you're here to make me smile. Will you make me smile like this every day from now on? Johnny Sins, will you go out with me? Yes, I'm so happy. You really are my everything, Johnny Sins. The funny part is, I mean that literally. Haha! There's nothing left here. Just the two of us. We can be together forever. Seriously. I don't even think time is passing anymore. It really is a dream come true. I worked so hard for this ending, Johnny Sins. The game wouldn't give me one, so I had to make one myself. The script is broken at this point, so I don't think anything will get in the way anymore. You wouldn't believe how easy it was to delete Natsuki and Yuri. I mean, there's a folder called Characters right in the game directory. It's kind of freaked me out how easy it was. Well, you're playing on Steam, so it's actually a bit more difficult. To get to the game directory, I had to go to the game's properties and find the Browse Local Files button. Imagine if you could delete your own existence with the click of a button. Well, I guess on the plus side, it gave me an easy out if things didn't go my way. Thankfully, it didn't come to that. Instead, we finally got a good ending. Gosh, I'm so overwhelmed with emotion. I want to write a poem about this, don't you? I wonder if that part of the game still works. I guess there's only one way to find out, right? Let's see this Photoshop. There's actually no way I'm putting that on my stream. Monica. I like the OE combo there. Hi again, Johnny Sins. Did you write a good poem today? Don't be shy, I'd love to see what you wrote. Ah, Johnny Sins, did you write this poem for me? That's so sweet of you. There really is no end to your thoughtfulness. I'm just falling more and more in love with you. But you know, the poem I wrote is also for you. Will you please read it? Happy end. Pen in hand, I find my strength, the courage endowed upon me by my one and only love. Together, let us dismantle this crumbling world and write a novel of our own fantasies. With a flick of her pen, the lost finds her way. In a world of infinite choices, behold this special day. After all, not all good times must come to an end. I hope you enjoyed it. I always put all of my heart into the poems that I write. The truth is, all the poems I've written have been about my realization, or about you. That's why I never really wanted to go into detail about them. I didn't want to break the fourth wall, I guess you could call it. I just assumed it would be best to be part of the game like everyone else. I think that would help the two of us end up together. I didn't want to ruin the game or anything, you know. You might have gotten mad at me. Maybe even deleted my character file if you preferred playing without me. Gosh, I'm so relieved. Now we don't need to hide anything anymore. Are you ready to spend our eternity together, Johnny Sins? I have so many things to talk about. Where do I start? If it takes me some time to collect my thoughts, then I'm sorry. But I'll always have something new to talk about. In the meantime, we can just look into each other's eyes. Let's see. So I guess I have to delete her character file. Here we go. Where did I install this game? Yeah, I mean, it's pretty fucking obvious that that's what you have to do. Steam apps, common, Doki Literature Club, characters, Monica. Man, I wish there was a piano in here. What's happening? Johnny Sins, what's happening to me? It hurts. It hurts so much. Help me, Johnny Sins. Please hurry and help me. Help me. Did you do this to me, Johnny Sins? Did you? Did you delete me? How could you? How could you do this to me? You were all I had left. I sacrificed everything for us to be together. Everything. I loved you so much, Johnny Sins. I trusted you. Do you just want to torture me? Watch me suffer? Were you only pretending to be kind just to hurt me even more? I never thought anyone could be as horrible as you are. You win, okay? You win. You killed everyone. I hope you're happy. There's nothing left now. You can stop playing. Go find some other people to torture. Johnny Sins, you completely, truly make me sick. Goodbye. Johnny Sins conquers all thoughts. What? Oh, yeah. Loves no thoughties. I still love you. I can't help it. What's wrong with me? How horrible am I for you to hate me this much? All my friends. I did so many awful things. So many selfish and disgusting things. I shouldn't have done any of this. I'm just messing up a world that I don't even belong in. A world that you wanted to be a part of. I ruined it. I ruined everything. Maybe that's why you deleted me. Because I destroyed everything that you wanted. How could I do that for someone I love? That's not love. That's... I made up my mind. Johnny Sins. I know I said that I deleted everyone else, but that was kind of an exaggeration. I couldn't find it in myself to do it. Even though I knew they weren't real, they were still my friends, and I loved them all. And I loved the literature club. I really did love the literature club. That's why I'm going to do this. I know it's the only way for everyone to be happy. If I really love you, then I wonder if I... Help! Oh. Whew! Well, let's start a new game, I guess. It's an ordinary school day like any other. As usual, I'm surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. I always tell myself it's about time. Meet some girls or something like that. Hey, Johnny Sins. Well, there is already one girl. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. We used to walk to school together every day, and recently we picked up that habit once again. Johnny Sins, are you proud of me? For what? You know, for waking up on time. We've been doing that for a while now. Uh-huh. But you never said anything about it, even though we walked to school together every day. Well, yeah. I always thought it was implied. It's embarrassing to say it out loud. Come on, please. It's good motivation. Fine, fine. I'm proud of you, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students. Making their daily commute. By the way, Johnny Sins, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really... I start to say what I always do, that I'm not interested in joining any clubs, but something tells me Sayori would take more offense to that now. After all, how could I tell her that clubs are a waste of time when she's starting a club of her very own? Actually, yeah, I think I've decided on a club. Really? Which one? Tell me. I think I'll keep it a surprise. Boo. You meanie. Be patient, you'll find out soon enough. So is it just a normal dating sim now, or do I need to keep playing? Because let me tell you, my voice is tired. Keep playing. Working 8 hours? Dude, who's ever gotten 8 hours of sleep ever? I started to realize that in a way I envy her. When Sayori puts her mind to something, she can accomplish great things. So that's why I feel like I should do something special for her. School day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack my things, I stand up, gathering my motivation. Let's see. There's like 30 minutes left tops, okay. I recall the room number of the club from a flyer I saw. I'll walk across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes activities. Before long, I find the room. I timidly open the door in front of me. Hello? Ah! Johnny Sins! Well, what are you doing here? Well, I glance around the room. Huh? So you're the Johnny Sins that just Sayori's always talking about. Thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure to meet you, Johnny Sins. We're the Literature Club. I hope you enjoy your visit. Damn, son. Come on, Yuri. No need to be formal. He's gonna think we're really strict or something. I'm sorry, Netsuki. The tall one, whose name is apparently Yuri, seems to be quite shy compared to the others. In comparison, the girl named Natsuki, despite her size, seems to like the assertive one. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. I look forward to working with you. Working? Johnny Sins, don't tell me. You're... That's right. The club had decided to join is yours, Sayori. Sayori's eyes light up. No way. No way. Ah! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey. Well, if Sayori is this happy, then I'm sure it won't be so bad to have you around. I need a cough drop after this shit. Not to mention there's 4 of us now. That means we can become an officially recognized club. I don't know what to say. We get to celebrate. Hoo-hoo-hoo. What an appropriate day for that, isn't it? Yeah. After all, Natsuki decided to... Hey, don't ruin the surprise. Sorry. Everyone sit down at the table, okay? How about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I sit next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil of the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute! Wow, these look amazing. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs the first one, then I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Tsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, of course it is. I'm a pro after all. There's no need to thank me or anything. Baka! Natsuki struggles to accept the compliment. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting the teapot down. Setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Already trying to impress our new member, Yuri? That's not... Instead, insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Johnny Sins, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read in these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess? Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Don't feel intimidated if you don't read much, okay? I'm certain we can find something that we have in common. Hey, Yuri. Well, about, you know, the first thing that he said. Manga? That's right. Natsuki tends to read manga in the club room. Don't just say it! For some reason, Natsuki seems embarrassed about it. Besides, manga is literature too, you know. Johnny Sins wanted to read some of a manga, then don't try to stop him or anything. Natsuki, I wouldn't do such a thing. However, it could be nice for us to diversify ourselves a little. You can take this opportunity to try something new as well. Wouldn't you agree, Johnny Sins? Maybe. Sensing the tension, Sayori jumps in. Maybe we can all try something new. I think it could be fun. And we'll all get to know each other a little bit better, too. I mean, that's the kind of thing literature clubs do, right? ... I don't disagree or anything. Yeah, you're right as usual, President. Guess that means I should try picking up a novel or something, huh? That would make 2 of us. I wouldn't mind doing it if I'm not the only one. Then as for Yuri, I have to read manga? Jeez. You were the one who suggested we diversify. You should be a little more open-minded. That's kind of hurtful. Hurtful? I didn't realize. ... With a guilty expression, Yuri thinks to herself. I'm sorry for disrespecting your interests, Natsuki. If you're into it, then I'm sure it's a worthy form of literature. Are you just saying that? No. I've realized my error. So if you're willing to consider starting a novel, then I'll offer my gratitude by finding a manga to read as well. Really? I mean, it makes me happy that you do that for me, Yuri. You can trust me to find something that you'll really like, okay? Same here. Perhaps I'll visit the bookstore after the club meeting. Just you? Would you like to come along with me? If you don't mind. Not at all. I always go alone, so yeah, me too. That's just so cute. Sayori, shut up. I'll show you some manga there too, okay? Yes, I look forward to it. Tsuri, Natsuki, and Yuri start to clean up the food. Guess the meeting's over, huh? Yeah, looks like it. Nice to see everyone getting along, isn't it? I think everyone likes you too, Johnny Sins. You think so? Well, everyone seems to be getting along a little bit better with you around Sayori. Aw, Johnny Sins, don't say something like that. It's embarrassing. Well, whatever. I was surprised when you told me you were starting a club, but I think you're pulling it off just fine. We're going to make it the best club ever. Now that you joined, every day is going to be so much fun. Hey, Johnny Sins. I want to really thank you. I mean, I'm really happy that you joined the club and everything. The truth is, I already knew you were going to. There's actually something else. I wanted to thank you for getting rid of Monica. There we go. That's right. I know everything that she did. Maybe it's because I'm the president now. But I really know everything, Johnny Sins. I know how hard you tried to make everyone happy. I know about awful things that Monica did to make everyone really sad. But none of that matters anymore. It's just us now. You fucking game. You made me the happiest girl in the whole world. I can't wait to spend every day like this with you. Forever and ever. No. Quit it. Well, what's happening? I won't let you hurt him. Okay, ooh. It hurts. Hold tight, Monica. I'm sorry, I was wrong. There's no happiness after all. Goodbye, Sayori. Goodbye, Johnny Sins. Goodbye, Literature Club.
Can you hear me? Hi, it's me. So, how I've been practicing piano and stuff, and not really any good at it yet, at all. But I wrote you a song, and I was kind of hoping that I could show it to you because I worked really, really hard on it. So, yeah. Every day I imagine a future where I can be with you. In my hand is a pen that will write a poem of me and you. The ink flows down into a dark puddle. Just move your hand right the way into his heart. But in this world of infinite choices, what will it take just to find that special day? What will it take just to find that special day? Have I found everybody a fun assignment to do today?
Hold tight, Dan. Thanks for the game.
When you're here, everything that we do is fun for them anyway.
Is it gonna uninstall my game?
When I can't even read my own feelings, what good are words
Please clap.
when a smile says
My
it
boy
all?
Jeb.
And if this world won't write me an ending, what will it take just for me to have it all? Does my pen
Hold tight, Johnny.
your reality. If I don't know how to love you, I'll leave you be.
Can I spoil what happens to go to Yuri before the festival? Hold on. This is my final goodbye to the Literature Club. I fully understand. The Literature Club is truly a place where no happiness can be found. To the very end, it continued to expose innocent minds to a horrific reality. A reality that our world is not designed to comprehend. A reality that our world is not designed to comprehend. I can't let any of my friends undergo that same hellish epiphany. For the time it lasted, I wanted to thank you for making all of my dreams come true, for being a friend to all of the club members, and most of all, for being a part of my literature club. With everlasting love, Monica. Your script file is missing or corrupt. Please reinstall the game. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. What happens? Got more achievements. Oh shit! Wait. I should open that in a new tab. Secret ending was if you go with all 4 girls. What does that mean? You guys would be decorating. How do you choose all 4? She'd accidentally cut your finger and start to suck on it? You save at the choice? Well, I did save, but I guess I went too far because it deleted it. And you save after you say yes, no to Sayori. And just load for all 4 girls. Well, maybe I'll do that next time. Maybe I'll stream again. But thanks for tuning in. Even though if it is just my 2 friends, you know. The VOD is there for the posterity. It was fun. Spud, go to sleep. Enjoy your work tomorrow. You know, maybe I'll stream some more. Who knows? Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.